here in rural Ottawa on one of our job sites in order to show you what to expect when we install a typical sprinkler system. While the crew unpacks and sets up for the day,
that every plant in every one of these gardens,
our foreman will walk through the plan with the client. Flags are used to locate the sprinkler heads, which are grouped into zones. The zones are based on the volume of the water source and the individual areas of the landscape they're watering. Important details such as location of the water source and of major system components are also discussed. There are four main components to a typical sprinkler system: the water source, controller, valves, and sprinklers or drip line. Let's look at each part in a little more detail before we show you how they come together. The water source. The water source can be city water, well water, or river or lake water. And the volume of the water source, in gallons per minute, will determine the maximum size of a sprinkler system station or zone. Our site today has a well as its water source, so we bring the largest pipe size available, in this case a 1-inch poly pipe, to feed the system. We place a main shutoff and backflow valve inside the house, and we install a tap on the exterior of the home. This serves as the winterization point from which we can blow out or winterize the system at the end of the watering season. The controller. The controller is the brain of the system. It's used to control the frequency and duration that each zone of the sprinkler system will run. We typically place the controller outside in a central location for ease of programming and service. The controller uses 120 volt electric power for the clock and a 24 volt transformer to turn the zone valves on and off. Most controllers work in conjunction with a weather sensor in order to prevent watering when the landscape does not require it. We'll be installing a wireless rain sensor as part of our installation today. The valves. The valves control the water flow to each individual zone as directed by a 24 volt signal from the controller. There is typically one valve per zone, and they are grouped into manifolds at efficient locations and buried in valve boxes with their lids flush with the ground. The sprinklers. The sprinklers distribute the water to the landscape and are spaced at 100% overlap to ensure proper coverage. This technique is commonly referred to as head-to-head spacing. The sprinklers pop up with the water pressure when the valve comes on and retract flush with the ground when the water is turned off. Rotors are used for the turf areas and have a 30 to 35 foot radius. The garden areas are typically watered using spray heads, but at Yates, we've recently modified our installation process to using drip line in order to minimize overspray and maximize efficiency. Now that we know a bit more about the components, let's see how they're installed. Using a machine called a vibratory plow, the pipe is installed quickly and cleanly to a depth of 6 to 10 inches. The pipes run from the water source to the valves and then between the sprinkler heads as required by the design. At each junction, an insert fitting is clamped into place to ensure a tight fit. The sprinkler heads themselves are attached using swing pipe. This allows the heads to stay flexible and to be easily moved if required. In the gardens, drip line is weaved in and staked down 18 inches apart in order to saturate the garden and feed the root structure of the plants. The valve manifolds are piped and clamped and then wired to the controller using direct burial wire and waterproof connectors for durability. Once the controller is wired and the pipe is fitted, we are ready to test and adjust the system. Arcs and radius are adjusted at each sprinkler to make sure it is working efficiently as designed. After the controller is programmed, its operation is explained to the client while the crew completes a thorough cleanup of the yard. I hope this video has given you an overview of our installation process and how we approach each of our projects. At Yates, we give you peace of mind. We've been in the irrigation business for over 20 years in the Ottawa area, and we know our stuff. Quality. We install top quality, high efficiency Rainbird parts. Value. Our high-efficiency parts, design, and customized watering schedules use 30% less water each year. As a result, it puts money back in your pocket. We consult with you before, during, and after we put a shovel in the ground. Therefore, there are no nasty surprises. Our installs are quick, clean, and professional. A homeowner support manual, which includes an as-built drawing, is provided with every sprinkler system installation. After-sales service. We have 5 dedicated, fully trained, and certified staff who ensure your system is properly tuned, scheduled, and winterized each and every year. Our office is operated year-round and fully staffed by real people, no answering service. Ottawa's best 2-year warranty. Yates covers any defects or deficiencies in parts, workmanship, or design, along with the 5-year manufacturer parts warranty. We also offer extended warranties up to 10 years on parts and labor. At Yates Custom Lawn Sprinklers, we install and service the best, most efficient lawn and garden sprinkler systems. We provide peace of mind for your landscape investment, because after all, you've got better things to do than water your lawn. To book a free on-site visit and project estimate, please contact us at 613-692-1937 or email us at info@yatessprinklers.com.